Hi there, welcome back. Now it's finally time for our Drop a Decade reveal. This week, Nicky Hambleton-Jones and her team of experts have been helping Ray get his confidence back by turning back the clock.
I'm Nicky Hambleton-Jones and I'm back to work my makeover magic. I'll be following some of our lovely viewers to prove that it's never too late to turn back the clock.
It's incredible.
Oh, wow!
I never would have worn this.
I really like it.
This is Drop a Decade. Ray's our first male viewer to appear on Drop a Decade. I cannot wait to find out why he's here.
I'm 54 and I look about 74. I was on the tube the other day in London and somebody stood up for me, thinking I was an old age pensioner.
I'm going to absolutely love Ray. He's got such great energy and it's time to really put that energy into his appearance and not just his personality.
Hi, Ray. Lovely to meet you.
What do you feel you need help with?
I probably look older than my years actually are. I've always been self-conscious of my teeth. I've always felt that my teeth are yellowy, browny. It runs in my family with the hairline as well. It probably does not help with me looking older than my years.
Ray, I feel like I know you a little better now. I think it's time that we hit some shops.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it. What's your style, Ray?
Oh, God. I always wear West Ham football shirts and things like that.
Do you like shopping for clothes?
I do like shopping for myself, yeah, but I don't tend to buy stuff that fits me properly. I'd love to dress in more colour, and I like things smart casual.
Would this be too much?
No, I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
I sense there's a little bit of daring inside, Ray.
I think there is.
Oh,
I think there is. Life's
goodness.
too short.
Life is too short, Ray. I love it. So you've got kind of a little bit slopey shoulders, a little bit of a tummy, but otherwise a nice shape there. Right. It's all going to be about making you look as tall as possible, so really getting that elongation in. Does that sound good?
It does.
Brilliant. Well, let's get you in an outfit.
Superb.
Turn around, face the mirror.
Oh, wow. I feel taller. I feel almost look slimmer.
So I know you've got an adventurous spirit,
Yeah.
but I thought let's ease you in, let's modernise your look and go for a little bit of sophistication. Do you feel younger in this outfit, Ray?
I do.
And this is just the beginning of your transformation.
Excellent.
Ray's first appointment was with the hair loss specialist Emma Furlong at the London Hair Clinic.
So tell me a little bit about how I can help.
Unfortunately, I've lost my hairline a little bit, or a lot on top. So I've been looking at ways that maybe I can recreate my hairline.
With the pattern of hair loss that you have and the amount of existing hair, I feel the best option for you would be scalp micropigmentation. So SMP is the application of tiny little dots tattooed into the scalp to replicate the follicle. It's really versatile as a treatment. We would be looking to recreate your hairline, give you a full shaved effect. Finished?
Okay.
Just gonna give you the mirror.
After a few sessions with Emma,
Wow.
Ray's next visit was to the Chelsea Dental Clinic to meet Dr. Rona.
Your teeth are the way that they are because you've been grinding your teeth. What I propose for you is something called contact lens veneers. So these are typically veneers that are very thin without drilling down the teeth. I work with a lab very closely. They have something called a digital smile design. They use something called Bright, which maps out your face and the proportions of your new teeth. So what teeth you would be looking good with and what would make things look better with your face.
This looks amazing.
And with the hair and teeth sorted, Ray's last appointment was at the Tattoo Clinic with laser dermatologist Professor Firaz Al-Niaimi, who treated Ray's redness on his nose, and Dr. Wasim for some anti-wrinkle injections. With the final treatments done, Ray's ready for his Drop a Decade moment.
Well, before we reveal Ray's results, here's a reminder of how Ray looked before. There you go.
So has he managed to drop a decade? Let's find out. Out you come, Ray.
Oh, handsome! super handsome.
Come on.
Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
I mean, I know you haven't seen yet, but do you feel pretty confident? You're very smiley.
I've never stopped smiling since I started. Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm not surprised. You look brilliant.
Well, we know that you haven't seen yourself yet, so do you want to have a little walk down there and take a little look?
Will do.
Go on, go see your gorgeousness.
Oh, my God, who's that? Who's that?
Did you say who's that?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think he's a mate of Clooney's by the look of it.
He's very dashing and very debonair and handsome as well.
Absolutely.
Ray, you look absolutely brilliant. All the experts behind Ray's transformation are here. Come and join us back here, Ray. Nicky Hambleton-Jones, micropigmentation artist, Emma Furlong, and dentist, Dr. Rona Iskander. Well done, ladies and gents. I know that there are other people involved as well. Nicky, he just looks fabulous.
Ray, you look incredible. I'm so thrilled how this all came together. Now, as you got from the VT, Ray has got a big personality there, and quite frankly, it was all killed off by that jumper. Can I just say, I'm going to burn... Can you give that to me to burn it afterwards?
I'll wash the car with it.
So I really wanted to bring out some of their personality, but also give him an elevated, modern, you know, suave, handsome vibe. So really important for me because Ray's got quite a round-shaped face. I wanted to put in some structure and sort of define that jawline a bit. And I think a collar is a great way to do that without surgery. So it's, you know, brilliant to get that definition around the jawline. So it had to be a collared shirt. And I wanted to put him in some tailoring as well, just to kind of dress him up a little bit because that's not what he's used to. And chinos, just pulled it all together, kept it light, keeps it young, and then love a bit of pop of colour again with that personality coming through with the orange trainers. And then I just swapped his glasses out to kind of tie it in with the whole look, because sometimes he had statement glasses, but they didn't always quite work with what he was wearing. They were fighting against it, so I just swapped those out as well, just to make him look superstar, fabulous. What can I say, Ray?
It's amazing. Emma, let's talk about the hairline, because when they first described it to me, I was a bit like, oh, is this going to work? It's magic. You've performed magic. Tell me what you did.
So, how fabulous, Ray. You look amazing. So when Ray came to see me, we were working with looking at his natural density. He wanted to augment his hairline. So SMP was really scalp micropigmentation the way forward. So we talked about what we were going to do. We wanted to keep it natural. So we wanted it to be age-appropriate, future-proofed. With SMP, it's really key to work with what we've got.
Right.
So with Ray's own density and own hair tone, we've gone for a really natural density, a subtle transformation. But like you say, it's also really, really defining. So we've kind of looked to knock those years off with the hairline.
It's
Did it
fascinating.
hurt?
Yeah.
No.
So it didn't hurt.
No.
My brother lost his hair at 21. He completely, and it's a sort of treatment that I've been trying to persuade him to do something along this way. And I know what it. How does that make you feel?
It is life-changing. I've looked bald for about 20 years, and this gives me back. My daughter wanted the V-shape back that I had in my mid-30s and everything, and that's exactly what we've got.
We built the hairline was very important. The shape for his daughter was very important. So
but it's great having things to work with. It's brilliant for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the bonus with SMP. It's so versatile that we can work with what patients want, need. You know, it's a bespoke treatment, what we're doing. So, like I say, the density...
And how long will it last?
So the pigment that we've used typically will remain in the skin indefinitely, but it will remain visible before it needs a touch-up for 3 to 5 years.
Wow. It's great. It really is great.
Thank you.
The other thing is great. Look at that smile, by the way.
Oh, my goodness. And he can't stop smiling. So it's on show the whole time. Rena, tell us more.
OK, so I was so excited when I got this sent through. And I was really excited as well, because when they told me there was, like, the first male, I was like, oh, my gosh, this is so fantastic. And when I learned that Ray was the one that said, you should have a male on the show, I was even more excited. So with Ray, he actually had something called bruxism, which is what a lot of people suffer with. Bruxism is grinding down of the teeth, and people usually do it sometimes subconsciously, so they don't realise they're doing it, and it's the clenching when you're stressed or when you're trying to, you know, feel better or or so forth. And people often don't realise they're doing it. As a result, he had short teeth, he had yellow teeth, and he had teeth with cracks. So although he...
Don't hold back.
So well, the important thing to note is that although he had a healthy mouth in terms of no decay or gum disease, bruxism is a disease in a way because the teeth do become less strong, shorter, and can cause problems like sensitivity. So when we talked about it, he could have had something also known as composite bonding, which we've discussed before, but it's not very strong for a case like this. And a good alternative is these ultra-thin veneers. So I worked with my technician, Simon, and he works at Chorus, and he helped me create and fabricate these veneers. They're very thin, so the amount of cutting that you need to do is very little. We often see teeth that are cut down to pegs, and we get really scared. With Ray, we barely cut down the tooth. I think it was about 0.4 millimetres. Some teeth, 1 millimetre, but barely anything, so he doesn't get pain, sensitivity, or the increased risk of tooth loss. And, of course, it's a hugely transformational thing because we put the length back that you get in youth. And the important thing to note was we gave him a night guard called No Brux so that he doesn't break anything.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Of all of the bits and pieces, have you got a favourite?
Say outfit.
I don't know, or what's your partner said, what's your daughter said?
It's the whole package, to be honest, and I wouldn't single out any of these ladies for what they've done. It's the whole package for me is amazing. I've had everyone round the makeup chair this morning, sort of glaring at everything. So it's absolutely amazing.
And your confidence as well. It must just affect how you feel.
Of course, yeah. Well, when I used to smile, for one thing, with the teeth, we took some photos, some early photos, and when I smiled, you couldn't see my top teeth at all. You could only see the bottom teeth.
Yeah.
But when I smile now, hopefully...
Oh, they team. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.